Good evening and welcome to the Dr. Allen W. Sugarman Sports Complex for tonight's Bergen County Varsity Boys soccer game between the Fort Lee Bridgemen, who you see on the field right now, and the Mahwah Thunderbirds, who are taking the field. My name is Tommy Aquilina. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's stream of the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Specifically tonight, it is the Varsity Boys soccer team. Demba Maine's squad, 9-1 on the year, 5-1, and in first place in the Big North American division. Not the most important thing right now. Right now, it is tourney time. We are almost in the middle, basically in the middle of October. My goodness. And so Fort Lee got a first-round bye in the Bergen County tournament. 24-team tournament. The top 8 teams got a first-round bye. Fort Lee, the 7th-ranked team, as Demba Maine's boys are having a fantastic season that they will look to keep going. Mahwah, the 10th-ranked team, they obviously are coming off a win. They beat Rutherford 2-1, Rutherford, the 23rd-ranked team, in the first round. That was 3 days ago on October 11th. So now you see Fort Lee. It is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so the Bridgemen are wearing their home pink kits. You see they do have their normal black and orange bottoms. But yes, the pink kits with black numbering, and then also in gray in net for the Bridgemen is Elias Alkin. He gets the start in net. You see the Mahwah Thunderbirds wearing their road white kits with very dark navy numbering and lettering. Second round of the Bergen County tournament about to get underway. 2 40-minute halves. Obviously, this one cannot end in a tie, and the winner of this one will advance to the Bergen County tournament quarterfinals. They'll get the winner of number 2 Ramapo and number 15 Old Tapan. Those two teams are also playing right now, and we are in fact underway. The Bridgemen looking to get out to a fast start. That one is going to be sent towards net, and it'll be handled by the Thunderbirds goalkeeper, who tonight is going to be Diego Bravo. Mahwah also having themselves a fantastic season, obviously a top 10 team in the Bergen County tournament. They are in second place in their division, the Big North Patriot division, at 6-2. The Thunderbirds are 9-2 overall. Both teams playing well. Both teams made it to the second round of the Bergen County tournament last year. Fort Lee fell to Ridgewood in the second round of the tournament. Mahwah lost at Emerson Borough. So one of these teams is going to go further than they did last year, at least in this mid-season tournament. This is not the NJSIAA tournament. That comes later in the year. There will be more regular season games for both of these teams after this, but obviously exciting for both of these teams to have already made it this far, and in Fort Lee's case, to have gotten a first-round bye here in the Bergen County tournament. Right now it's number 5, Michael Conte, giving it to his teammate, number 17, Yerrick Blanco, who tries to send his team on its way. You see Fort Lee in pink going left to right on your screen. The Thunderbirds will be going right to left here in the first half as that is sent out of play. So hopefully I've set the stage for you as we are not quite 2 minutes into this one. We're going to have a corner kick here for the Bridgemen. Doing the honors is going to be number 3, Kenta Watanabe. It is up, and it is handled by Diego Bravo. Got bumped by a Bridgeman. Still handles it with ease, and now Bravo will look to send his team on its way. Handled nicely there by number 18 for the Thunderbirds. I mean, that's number 19, Simmer Gill. A Thunderbird is tripped. That was Uric Blanco tripping up number 7, Chase Hawthorne. Hawthorne's teammate, number 6, Connor Soha, was looking to get it to him. He was tripped up by Blanco, and now starting things off here will be number 10, Alejandro Parapi. Both teams set themselves up. Header, another header, a third one, second by the Bridgeman, and sent out of harm's way, but also out of play. A throw in for Mahwah. Wouldn't call Watanabe's corner kick or shot on net, so each team looking for their first. Opportunity here for the Thunderbirds in front of the net. That shot is blocked by a Bridgeman. Michael Conte gets it out of harm's way. Looks to send number 16, Ishan Talapian, on his way. Talapian heads it up for his teammate, and it'll go back to Talapian. He was looking for Lucian Yu, number 10. Yu, the leading goal scorer and point scorer for the Bridgeman. 12 goals and 28 total points on the year for Yu. Bridgeman looking to get things going here. Emmanuel Nitkin sends it towards net on a hop. That's handled by Bravo. Not quite 5 minutes into this one. No shots on goal, but one good scoring opportunity for Mahwah. Again, they won 2-1 in the first round of the Bergen County tournament. Long pass ahead for Yu. Up in the air and just over the net. Just barely over the net. Nice play by the Bridgeman. Obviously, no moral victories in a game like this one. But now each team has had really one good scoring opportunity. Yu leading the Bridgemen this year with 12 goals and 28 total points. Grant Kang leads the team with 5 assists. He has 2 goals on the year as well. Lucian Yu also gets his teammates involved. He has 4 assists on the season. Long kick by Bravo. Conte breaks it up. Pass by Simmer Gill is blocked by Fort Lee number 4, Noah Diaz. This one is sent towards net, and it's handled by Alkin on a hop. NJ.com credits Alkin with 3 games played in net, so this is his 4th for the Bridgemen here in their 11th game of the year. Opportunity here for the Thunderbirds. That centering try is knocked away by Conte and then by Gordon Chang. Yu sends it back to Nitkin. Long pass ahead for Yu. Little too far out of his reach. That is sent out of bounds off of Yu. He'll take a second to compose himself as Mahwah throws in. Pass sent ahead for... We have an official timeout as a Bridgeman is down at the moment. That is Yu composing himself after that pass ricocheted off of him and went out of bounds. So hopefully he's okay. For now, Demba Main will sub him out in favor of Guilherme da Silva, number 12. So the sophomore Da Silva is in. This is Uric Blanco. He cannot control. Now it's going to be Hawthorne going the other way, but his pass is intercepted by a Bridgeman. Long pass ahead for Nitkin. Nitkin goes around his defender. Tough angle. Gets around him. Fantastic play by Nitkin. He eventually loses it out of play. Off of Nitkin. So Mahwah will go the other way with it. Real fancy footwork there by Emmanuel Nitkin, looking to make something happen. Came into this one with 5 goals and 2 assists on the season. One of 2 Bridgemen, along with you, who has multiple points. Now an opportunity for Mahwah. Avella, saved by Alkin. Not the most difficult shot ever. Alkin handles it, though, sends his team on its way, and it's going to be headed right to Bravo. Talapian was breathing down the neck of number 14, Owen Fitzgerald, who headed it right to his goalie. Now it's Hawthorne battling Fort Lee number 11, Woojin Chun. Chun goes down. We have a whistle, and Fort Lee will start. Specifically, it's going to be Watanabe from the 40-yard line, if you're looking at this as a football field. Not Watanabe, it's going to be Conte instead. Right to Bravo. Fantastic name for an athlete, specifically for a goalkeeper. He rolls it along to a teammate. Mahwah trying to make something happen, but it goes off Hawthorne's foot and out of play. Now it will be Watanabe throwing in, and Lucian Yu is going to sub back in. Good to see that he's okay. De Silva will come off. Nitkin will stay on. Up front, it's now going to be Nitkin, Talapian, and Yu. Right now, it's Talapian battling a couple Thunderbirds, sends it up in the air, gets boxed out of play off of who? Looks like they're going to say it was off of Talapian. We had that brief stoppage, so we're not quite 10 minutes into this one. You'll notice the new Fort Lee scoreboard. So far, it reads 0-0. Again, just about 10 minutes into this one. Couple good opportunities so far. Both teams kind of feeling each other out a little bit. Bravo, headed the other way. Hawthorne for a teammate. Watanabe got back in the play defensively. Nice job there by Watanabe. He will send it safely out of bounds. Battling number 9, Evan Northrup there, the senior. Northrup has 6 goals on the season. This centering try is knocked away by a Bridgeman. Northrup keeps it in play. Headed by another Thunderbird. That's number 8, Nick Avella. But now the Bridgemen go the other way with it. Nitkin with it now. Sheds a defender, gets bumped, and a couple Thunderbirds went down, but the whistle goes against them. A couple players on these teams have come out not out of control, but definitely very amped up. Nitkin for Fort Lee is one of them. It's going to be Conte getting the Bridgemen started. Header attempt was missed. This is up in the air, controlled by Noah Diaz. His pass is intercepted. Mahwah goes the other way with it. Watanabe is there to send it the other way. It'll be controlled by Mahwah. Not if Gordon Cheng has anything to say about it. He strips Hawthorne, sends Talapian on his way. Talapian is bumped. Ball goes out of play, and it will be Fort Lee ball. We're going to have a throw-in. I believe Talapian was battling Northrup there. It's going to be Watanabe throwing in for the Bridgemen. Launches it towards net. It's going to be headed back to Watanabe. And Mahwah to control. Nitkin gets back in the play. The Thunderbirds still control. Hawthorne sends it back for a teammate. Now this is Northrop with it. Going to the center of the field, sends it towards net. Alkin is there. By my count, that's Alkin's second save. Both have been relatively easy. Now Fort Lee the other way. Talapian got by defenders, but it was headed by a Thunderbird. Now it's Lucian Yu. For Grant Kang. Back to you. Nitkin. Shot is blocked. Nicely done there by Mahwah. Justin Avella tried to send a teammate on his way, but that pass was broken up. Nitkin sends it backwards to a defensive teammate. Kanta will settle down and control. Head up, looking for a teammate. Long pass ahead. It's going to be a little too far out in front of you, and Diego Bravo will control it on a hop. About 14 minutes gone by, 26 remaining here in the first half. Still 0-0 here in Bergen County Tournament Round 2, as this is sent out of play by Kang for the Bridgeman. Looping throw in by a Thunderbird, who's going to control this one. Nobody. It's going to go out of play, and Fort Lee to throw in. Fort Lee will throw in again. Long pass ahead, too far ahead. It'll be controlled by Alkin. They were looking for Northrop there. Watanabe looking for Kang here. Kang keeps it in bounds. Pass ahead for Kang. Controlled by Woo Jin Chun. Passes ahead for Talapian. Bounced up in the air. Bravo is there. A brief whistle. We're going to have a timeout on the field as Talapian, inadvertently, but still, ran into Bravo. So the official has a brief chat with Talapian. The Fort Lee senior, that's with 24:54 remaining here in the first half. Bravo still has the ball. He will compose himself and get things started here when we begin play again. Mahwah obviously won their most recent game in the first round of the Bergen County Tournament. They've won 2 in a row. They are 2-1 here in the month of October. Fort Lee is currently on a 5-game winning streak. And they got a bye in the first round of the tournament. Looking to get further in this tournament than they did last year. Lucian Yu was trying to make something happen, but it was knocked out of play by a Thunderbird. The Bridgeman will throw in. Looks like it's going to be Diaz. That was quick. Diaz to throw in again. Ball kind of winds up in no man's land. The Thunderbirds will control, but that pass was to no one in particular. Alkin settles it down. Ilias Alkin, right to a Thunderbird. Now it's Michael Kanta controlling for the Bridgeman. Long pass ahead for Lucian Yu. He's past his defender. He has Blanco in the center of the pitch. Saved by Bravo. Lucian Yu looking for his 13th goal of the year. Nice save made by Bravo. Credited with 42 saves on the year by NJ.com. That's in 10 games in net for Bravo. Fort Lee to throw in. Launched towards net. Headed by a Thunderbird towards his own net. Still in play here. And that's going to go off Blanco, out of play. The Thunderbirds will go the other way with it, with about 17 minutes of game time gone by. Substitution being made by Tommy Schultz, the head coach of Mahwah. I believe Danny Almash, number 13, just came in. Who's going to control here? It's going to be Cheng for the Bridgeman. Looking for Yu. Now Lucian Yu with some fancy footwork. Long pass ahead for Chun. Woojin Chun keeps it in play. Sends it high in the air. Talapian was right there. Doesn't run into Bravo this time. And Bravo makes the save. The Bridgemen have had most of the good opportunities so far in this one, but neither team has broken through. The Thunderbirds looking to make something happen. That pass was broken up by Noah Diaz. Fort Lee going the other way with it. Nitkin for Yu. Straight up outrunning his defender. Getting around him. To Talapian. And we have a whistle. Another good opportunity for Fort Lee, but a near miss. Here with about 21 and a half minutes remaining in the first half. Again, the winner of this one advances to the quarterfinal round in the Bergen County tournament to play the winner of Old Tapan and Ramapo. This is the first time these teams are meeting this year. Who did that go out of play off of? Mahwah. Diaz to throw in for Fort Lee. Nitkin sends it back to a teammate. And now the Bridgemen to make something happen. Watanabe. That was a nice pass there by Kang. It got past Woojin Chun. And Mahwah to throw in. Specifically, it's going to be number 6. That's Connor Soha. Conte sends it the other way for Fort Lee. It'll be controlled by Kang. Kang loses that battle to his counterpart, number 8 on Mahwah. That's Nick Avella. Long pass ahead for the Thunderbirds. And Diaz sends it out of play. Actually, no. They're going to say on a 2-on-1 battle, Fort Lee won it. So Diaz will throw in for the Bridgemen in a moment. And yes, I believe that was Almash losing that battle to a couple Bridgemen. Here is Watanabe for the Bridgemen. Passes it to a Thunderbird. Hawthorne going the other way with it. Finds a teammate. Center of the pitch. Conte broke that pass up. Fantastic defensive play by Michael Conte. The Thunderbirds still control. Hawthorne has Northrop to his left. Can't get it to him. Nitkin outruns everybody, including himself almost. He controls. He's trying to get it to his teammate, but he loses it. Kept in play, and the Thunderbirds go the other way with it. Spin move. Shot was deflected, and Alkin handles it easily. Here's Northrop with it. Finds Hawthorne, who sheds his defender. Hawthorne to a teammate in the center of the pitch. A shot to the corner, and we get a whistle against Mahwah. Would have been a good opportunity there for Justin Avella in the corner, but instead Michael Conte and the Bridgeman will go the other way with it. More than halfway through this first half, we are still tied 0-0 in round number 2 of the Bergen County tournament. And now Alkin to get the Bridgeman started. That'll go out of play off Northrop, and Watanabe will throw in for the Bridgeman. Long pass ahead from Conte. Looking for you. You and Bravo. You wins the battle. No, he was offsides. Offsides the call with just over 17 minutes remaining in the first half. Conte with his hand up pointing to you. They almost connected there. But you gets called for being offsides. So we play on. This will be controlled by Soha. Now, Talapian. To you. Not offsides here. You. Wide left. Tommy Schultz is going to make another substitution for the Thunderbirds. Hawthorne will come out. Number 37, Mathis Kim, will come on. Just over 16 minutes left to go in the first half. Fort Lee has come close to breaking through a couple times, but the number 7 team and the number 10 team in this tournament, Mahwah, remain scoreless. Brief stoppage in play, just about over. Obviously, in a game of this magnitude, every call, every little detail matters. So coaches Demba Main for Fort Lee and Tommy Schultz for Mahwah getting everything squared away, and now we play on. Lucian Yu is battling multiple Thunderbirds, and that's going to go out of play. They're going to say it went off of you. So Mahwah will go the other way with it. No. They're going to change their minds and say Fort Lee ball. Mathis Kim battling for it, winning that battle. Now the pass is broken up. This is Grant Kang for the Bridgeman. Looking for Watanabe. Knocked out of play. That was a nice defensive play right there by Northrup. Also, that was Woojin Chun, not Watanabe. This is Watanabe here throwing in. Can't quite connect with Talapian. Goes out of play. Ball goes into the stands, and it's going to be off of Mahwah, I believe. But it looks like I'm mistaken. It'll be number 23 for Mahwah, Logan Diaz, getting the Thunderbirds started. First time we're calling his name tonight. Diaz sends his teammate along. Broken up by the Bridgeman. Noah Diaz sent it to the Thunderbirds. Broken up by Diaz. Now here is Nitkin. Out of play, and initially they said Nitkin to throw in. Now they're going to say it was off of him. So Mahwah to throw in. Tommy Schultz makes a substitution. Number 38, Ian Kim, has stepped onto the pitch. Headed to no one in particular, and Fort Lee will throw in again. It'll be not Diaz, but Conte. .13 minutes and change remaining here in the first half. Fort Lee hosting Mahwah in the second round of the Bergen County Tournament. Tied 0-0, though there has been plenty of excitement in this game. Chun looking for a teammate. Blanco, he has him. Blanco looking for a teammate. That was a long pass ahead. Talapian can't get there. It goes out of play. He was also kind of being boxed out there by Soha. Mahwah to throw in. And now Fort Lee to throw in. It's going to be Watanabe. Looking for Talapian. But Mahwah to control. Only briefly. Chun for Kang. Kang looking for Nitkin. Can't get it to him. And can't get the pass back. Noah Diaz trying to head it back for a teammate, and it looks like that will work out. Conte sends it safely to his goalkeeper. Ilias Alkin for Kang. Over his head, trying to box out a Thunderbird. And he does so. Kang, pass ahead for Nitkin. It doesn't get to him, but we do have a whistle that'll go against Mahwah. So a chance for Fort Lee to set and get started here with just under 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Fort Lee, actually both of these teams, looking for their 10th win of the season. Both teams set up. Conte. Headed just over the net by Chun. Hit the top bar and went out of play. Fort Lee that close to taking the lead here in the Bergen County Tournament. So we remain scoreless with 11 minutes to go in the first half. Blanco heads it in the air. Chun giving chase. Blanco knocks it away. Lucian Yu goes around his defender. Pass broken up. Fort Lee still controls. Blanco looking for you, and it'll go out of play. That was a fantastic pass from Blanco to Lucian Yu, and then some fancy footwork, but his centering try for Kang was broken up, and the play kind of devolved from there. We're 30 minutes into this one. This is number 38, Ian Kim, losing it to Cheng, sending Nitkin on his way. Emmanuel Nitkin looking to outrun everybody. And it's broken up. Ball ends up in no man's land. Blanco was looking for Kang. Pass got by him. But that pass was to no one. So the Bridgemen control again. Blanco battling Mathis Kim. Blanco's centering try is broken up. Fantastic defensive play right there by the Thunderbirds. Blanco boxes out both Kims. Pass ahead. Headed out of harm's way. Now Mahwah looking to control. And Kanta gets banged for knocking down Northrup. So it'll be number 10 for the Thunderbirds starting things off here. That is Parapi. Both teams set up. Alejandro Parapi. Right to Alkin with a Thunderbird in his face. Handles the pressure easily. Alkin sending Watanabe on his way. Passing ahead to Talapian. He loses it. Parapi sends it back to a teammate. That pass is broken up. Now Fort Lee going the other way. Grant Kang, pass ahead for Lucian Yu. Good defensive play there by Mahwah. We remain scoreless with under 8 minutes to go in the first half. There's the long pass from Mahwah to get them started, and it goes right to Nitkin, but he sends it out of play. A throw-in for Mahwah coming. Kang battling a slew of Thunderbirds. Pass ahead. Michael Conte gets in there, goes down, no call. I think they're going to say it was off of Conte. Out of play. The home crowd doesn't like that. Parapi throwing in to Mathis Kim. That pass is broken up. Cheng, ahead for you. Knocked out of play. The Mahwah bench says it was off of you. The referee disagrees. Now they want a handball. That call will go Mahwah's way. Still plenty of time for either of these teams to make something happen offensively here in the first half. Who can break through first? Obviously, the longer this one goes on, the more important getting on the board first becomes. Ian Kim with it. Good work there by Conte defensively, and Alkin, who strayed far away from his net. Made it a 2-on-1 play against, I believe that was Northrup. Conte seems no worse for wear. Gets it to Watanabe, but his pass is intercepted. Northrup. Michael Conte running through everybody's life, taking it away. Michael Conte still going. Pass broken up. Conte just a little out of control, sent the other way by the Thunderbirds. Now it's Ian Kim with it. Fantastic lead pass. Shot saved by Alkin. With the leg. Mahwah still controls. A Thunderbird goes down. We play on. This is Nitkin. Going down. Now we get a call. What a save by Ilias Alkin. We remain scoreless. 5 minutes to play in the first half. So now things will settle down here. Excitement at the Dr. Allen W. Sugarman Sport Complex on a Tuesday night. Conte. Centering try. Blanco had his shot blocked. And it's going to ricochet off someone and go all the way out of play. It went off a Thunderbird. So a corner kick opportunity here for the Bridgemen. Here we go. Ball's up, header, knocked out of play by a Thunderbird. Good try for a header there. There were a couple Bridgemen in the area, including Chun and Talapian. A throw-in now by Watanabe. And Mahwah will go the other way with it. Neither team able to break through. Both defenses have bent, but neither one of them has broken. Now we get a yellow card handed out to Talapian, who will have to come off the pitch. So that is our first yellow card of the night. Talapian will sit. Mahwah will go the other way with it, with about 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Good battle there is won by Mahwah. That pass ahead is broken up. Mahwah still controls. Long shot sent towards net. Alkin is there. The only Thunderbird in the area was Ian Kim. Alkin looking for Yu. Can't quite get it to him. Headed down. Now Lucian Yu has it. Lucian Yu fighting all kinds of players. Winds up with Conte. With Northrop right in his grill, he gets it away. Popped up in the air and out of play by number 33, Magnus Colbert. Throw in for the Bridgemen. Noah Diaz to Cheng. Back to Diaz. Looking for Nitkin. Nitkin still fighting for it. No call there as a Bridgeman goes down. Nitkin. Wide left. Looked like number 25, Justin Daly, knocked down a Bridgeman there. Again, no call. So we play on, still scoreless, with under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Some chippiness starting to develop here in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Both teams looking for their 10th win of the year. Both teams, after losing in the second round of the Bergen County tournament last year, looking to advance to the quarterfinal. Near the middle of the pitch, Mahwah trying to settle things down, almost taken away by Kang. Same team action there. Parapi gets it to a teammate who sends it right to Yurick Blanco. Still more than a minute to go. That's a pass attempt. Good box out there by Da Silva, who's taken down. Colbert basically just grabbing and dragging down Da Silva. Da Silva came in for Talapian when he got yellow carded. This is a pass ahead for Nitkin. It goes out of play. Off of who? They're going to say off of Mahwah. No, they're going to say off of Fort Lee. Doesn't really matter at this point, as we have less than half a minute to go here in the first half. It looks like we will be scoreless going into the second half here in the second round of the Bergen County tournament. Blanco, long pass ahead for you, who can't really settle it down, and that'll be how the first half ends. The Fort Lee Bridgemen had opportunities. The Mahwah Thunderbirds had opportunities, and we go into the half tied 0-0. I'll step aside. We will return to action. The stream will still go on, but we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the second half. Do not go anywhere, folks. An exciting second half is on its way. We are just about ready for second half action here at the Dr. Allen W. Sugarman Sports Complex. The Fort Lee Bridgemen and Mahwah Thunderbirds have switched sides of the pitch. Before we get underway, and probably just about as we start getting underway for the second half, I want to take this moment to thank our proud Fort Lee Athletics sponsors for the 2025-26 school year and sports seasons. The Fort Lee PBA, Cafaso's Fairway Market, The Finest Construction, the Fort Lee Soccer Club, Rusin and Doru Electric, the Bridgeman Basketball Camp, the Fort Lee VFW, Visions Federal Credit Union, It's Greek to Me, Connect One Bank, the Bergen Black Sox, Senator Builders, UCS Strength and Speed, the Collective Salon, and the Fort Lee Education Association. Thank you to all of our proud sponsors. Thank you to everyone who makes these streams happen, including from Fort Lee, Dimitri Nanas, as well as Athletic Director Michael Raftery. Thank you so much to the teams for helping out with the preparation for these games. We are set to go for the second half. Right now, this is number 25, Justin Daly, trying to send a teammate along. It's broken up by Emmanuel Nitkin. No scoring in that first half, but Nitkin's footprints were all over that first half. He was all over the place, part of a couple near misses. There was also that one offsides call on Lucian Yu that prevented him from scoring. There was one yellow card assessed in the first half. It was to Ishan Talapian of the Bridgemen, number 16. He's back out there to start the second half, and the Thunderbirds are looking to make something happen early, but it's knocked out of bounds about 45 seconds into the second half. Couple players battling for it. There was a lot of physicality there from a member of the Thunderbirds. We play on. Centering try. We do get a whistle in the middle of that. It looked like Gordon Cheng was almost being dragged down by, I believe, Parapia. Ilias Alkin. Solid first half. Sends his team on its way about a minute and a half into the second half. 2 40-minute halves. Obviously, this is a tournament game, so we cannot have a tie, but we're a ways away from that. These teams do not always play low-scoring games. So far today, that has been the case. And Mahwah did play to a 2-1 game, a win, obviously, in the first round of the Bergen County tournament against Rutherford. That was 3 days ago. These teams looking to get to the Bergen County quarterfinals. Also playing right now, number 2 Ramapo and number 23 Rutherford. The winner of that one will get the winner of this one. This is a long pass ahead for Justin Avella, trying to get around a Bridgeman. Good defense there by Diaz, and that was a pretty harmless shot off Avella's foot that Alkin handles. Long pass ahead for the Bridgeman now. It is headed out of harm's way, but Gordon Kang trying to keep it alive. Nitkin almost got there, but Evan Northrup sent it to Daly. All right, who's going to control here? Looks like it's going to be the Thunderbirds. A little bit of room to work with here. This is Parapia. Guarded by Blanco, and he'll send it back. Fort Lee wanted a handball there, and they're going to get it. The Bridgeman will go the other way. And Michael Conte will get his team started. Great defense tonight by Fort Lee. Particularly defenders Conta and Diaz. Nothing comes of that play, though, and Mahwah will go the other way with it. Diego Bravo, a similarly impressive first half to Alkin. Elias Alkin probably had the best save of the first half. A really good shot towards the end of the first half that he saved with at least one of his legs. So we're tied 0-0. This is popped in the air by Lucian Yu, Fort Lee's leading scorer, and the Bridgman control here. Woo Jin Chun was a little out of control there. Mahwah going the other way with it, but Fort Lee takes it from them. Getting back in the play was Justin Avella. Parapi, pass ahead to a teammate. Watanabe defending. Wild shot that goes over everything and out of play. About 5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Both teams looking to get on the board and take the lead here in this Bergen County tournament match. We'll build up the suspense a little bit. And here we go. Alkin to Conta, and the Bridgmen are on their way. Justin Avella trying to get in the play. This is Noah Diaz looking for Kang. Gordon Cheng has to get involved. Now it is sent past Cheng by Parapi, and Alkin safely handles it. Michael Conta, long pass ahead for a teammate, doesn't get to Talapian. Mahwah will control here. This one is sent high in the air. Nitkin trying to get after it. Nitkin wins the battle, slowing things down, now speeding things up. Good slide tackle by Parapia. We play on. Justin Avella has it taken away by a couple Bridgmen. Another slide tackle. And we're going to have a stoppage with 33:45 remaining. More chippiness in this one, and a yellow card has been given. Nitkin and Parapia going to war there, and now Nitkin will come off for the Bridgmen. Demba Main for Nitkin sends in number 23, Alexander Semersian. First time we're calling his name tonight. Parapia, after getting slide tackled, arguably twice, will get things started for the Thunderbirds. They will look to get on the board here. Here we go. Line drive shot on a few hops. Alkin is there. Had he not been, I do believe the ball would have gone wide. Not quite no harm, no foul for the Bridgmen. Obviously, a yellow card was assigned. But we remain tied. Alkin headed down by Yu, but controlled by Soha and the Thunderbirds. Chase Hawthorne sending Justin Avella on his way, but it gets by him, and Alkin controls for the Bridgmen. Watanabe had it knocked off of his foot, but he'll get to throw it in for the Bridgmen. Ball kept in play. Grant Kang gets it to Chun. Looking for Semersian. Northrup stepped in the way. Tries to send it to a teammate, but Gordon Cheng covers. Watanabe. Long pass ahead for you. Right into the waiting arms of Bravo. That was also Talapian, not you, who was after it. Bravo sends it high in the air. Once again, knocked down by Cheng. Here is Gordon Kang. Now he's looking for Lucian Yu. Sent out of play by a Thunderbird. Good battle there by him and Yu, and it'll be thrown in by the Bridgeman. It's going to be Watanabe. Launches it towards net. Controlled by the Thunderbirds. Avella trying to race past Conte. Conte gets bumped, and we get a whistle. Conte wasting no time. Headed away by Daly. It's going to wind up being Fort Lee controlling here as that one leaks out to Ilias Alkin. Conte with Avella right behind him. Ahead for Lucian Yu. Trying to settle down here. Gets it to a teammate. Uric Blanco. Looking for some mercy in. It was broken up. Fort Lee still controlling here. Gordon Cheng with his head up, looking for a teammate. He's going to get it to Kang. Looking for Samersian. Broken up by Northrup. A throw-in for Mahwah coming. Just about 10 minutes into the second half. We remain scoreless. It's going to be Justin Daly throwing in. The sophomore, number 25, for Mahwah. Illegal throw-in. Don't want to say a rookie mistake. He's not a freshman. But gives it right back to Fort Lee. Samersian comes off. Nitkin, now playing with a yellow card, comes back in. Talapian also playing with a yellow card. Gordon Cheng looking for Nitkin. Daly sends it high in the air. Nitkin gets around the box out, and Cheng controls. Lucian Yu wanted it. Uric Blanco has it. Now Blanco's going to look for him. Lucian Yu can't quite get there. He was maybe half a step behind. Bravo handles it on a hop. Watanabe heads it back, but Mahwah does control here. Long pass ahead, too far out ahead, and Ilias Alkin has it. Less than 30 minutes to play in the second half. Avella. Parapi is knocked down. Slide tackle by a Bridgeman. Might have saved a goal there. It'll give Mahwah a corner kick opportunity, of which they have not had many. It's in the air. It's headed a couple times. And Alkin makes the save. I believe that was Nick Avella, who should get credit for a shot on goal there. Every opportunity becomes bigger and bigger the longer this game remains scoreless. Long pass ahead from Diaz to Nitkin. Justin Daly got back in the play, but it goes out of bounds off of him, so I believe it'll be Nitkin throwing in for Fort Lee. No, it looks like it's going to be Watanabe. Nitkin will set up in front of the goal along with Talapian, Yu, and then also Chun and Kang in the area. Thrown in and controlled by Mahwah. Cheng can't handle it, but Michael Conte is right there. Justin Avella making a play at it. Conte is going to blow by him. Gets it to a teammate. And Chun loses it. But Fort Lee will maintain as Elias Alkin has it here. Diaz was looking for Kang. He couldn't control. Free reign for Avella. Great play by Conte. Justin Avella would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but Michael Conte prevented it. Noah Diaz blows up that play, goes out of play off of him. So it will be Mahwah ball, but before they throw in, we're going to have one substitution made by each team. Northrup and Talapian come off. Magnus Colbert is now on, along with number 2 for Fort Lee, Jun Ihara. Blanco goes down but controls and sends it to no man's land, but Lucian Yu is trying to get back in this play. Lucian Yu is right there. Mahwah does control here. Headed along, but Watanabe is right there. High in the air. It will be headed out of play, and Fort Lee will get to throw in. Centering try for Nitkin. Broken up. Ball bouncing around. Opportunity for Fort Lee, and Grant Kang gets knocked down. They're going to say that was a legal slide tackle for Mahwah. It'll be a corner kick opportunity for Fort Lee. Grant Kang, Fort Lee's leading assist man this year, will do the honors. Kang, over everything and everybody. Sent ahead for Parapi. Looking for Chase Hawthorne. He's got him. Sends it ahead, and Alkin dives and makes the play. Just a little too far out of Colbert's reach, and Alkin was able to make the play there for Fort Lee. Now it'll go out of play off Mahwah. More than 15 minutes gone by already here in the second half. The second half moving by way more quickly than the first did. And it's been just as exciting. Here is Blanco with it for Fort Lee. Looking for Nitkin, but it's sent the other way by Justin Daly. Header for Justin Avella. Sends it in the air. Diaz is there. Avella's still going to control. No, he's not. We get a whistle against Justin Avella. Both teams have pushed the boundaries of what they can do in this game. Several close calls for both teams, but we remain scoreless. We're going to have another substitution, and this one will be made by Tommy Schultz. Mahwah to throw in a second. It'll be Daly. This time he goes for Colbert. Now it's controlled by Nick Avella. Number 8 battling number 8, and we get a whistle. Give Avella the win over Kang there. Parapi sheds a defender. Sheds Kang. Blanco got back in the play. Nobody's controlling it. Headed 4 times in a row. Now booted in the air. Nitkin's going to try to control it. He does control it. Gets it to Jun Ihara. Ihara sends it back to Blanco. Ihara. Back to Blanco. Lucian Yu wanted to pass in the air. He got one on the ground. Cheng settles it down, though, and then sends it right to Parapi. Looking for a teammate. Hawthorne loses it. Kante for Nitkin. Broken up, but Jun Ihara's there. Ihara gets around Colbert and gets it back to Kante. Now it's Kang for Ihara. Good play by Daly on defense. Mahwah ball. Parapi kicks it behind himself. Winds up out of play again, and again it'll be Daly throwing in for Mahwah. Now Parapi trying to control. Blanco. Too much physicality with the hands there, pushing Parapi. And so now he will control for the Thunderbirds. Just under 21 minutes remaining in the second half. Plus more time if nobody scores. Up in the air. Alkin out jumps everybody and makes the save. Parapi intercepts it from Blanco. Now Blanco returns the favor. Colbert keeps it in play. Centering try. Mahwah still controls. Nicavella stepped in front of by Kang. Mahwah will settle things down here. Nick Moulet. Sent it to a teammate, but then his teammate passed it out of play. We're halfway through the second half. Tommy Schultz and Demba Main each looking to make a substitution here. For Demba Main, Ihara will come off. Talapian will step back on. The Bridgman control with just under 20 minutes to go in the second half. Kante, a long pass ahead for Fort Lee's leading scorer. You can't control, but the Bridgmen do. Kang loses it. Now Mahwah going the other way. Parapi's pass was broken up. Nitkin has it. Nitkin blowing by Thunderbirds. Nitkin stopping. Starting again. Daly takes it from him. Over Blanco's head. And Mahwah controls. Not for long. Blanco. And it winds up back with Nitkin. Nitkin ahead for you. Intercepted. Good header play on defense by Moulet. And now play will stop as a Thunderbird is down. Clock stopped with 18:40 remaining in the second half. And good sportsmanship there as Blanco will help Nicavella up. Nicavella composing himself. Definitely some hitch in his giddy-up, so he will step off the pitch. Tommy Schultz will replace him with number 37, Mathis Kim. And will play on with Mahwah controlling. Fort Lee trying to take over. And Fort Lee has it. Lucian Yu trying to outrun Kim. He does, but a good defensive play by Daly. Now Northrop has it for the Thunderbirds. Knocked out of play. Off Justin Avella of Mahwah. Noah Diaz will throw in. Parapi takes it away. Headed back the other way. But now Kanta looking for you. It's not going to get to you. Mahwah still controlling here. And Mahwah loses it out of bounds. They give a gift to the Bridgemen. What will they do with it? Headed right out of play. Throw in looking for Lucian Yu. Leads Fort Lee with 12 goals on the season. Yu trying to pass through a couple defenders, and he passes it out of play. Could not connect with his teammate on that one. So Mahwah will throw in with about 17 minutes remaining in the second half of a scoreless match. Winner advances to the Bergen County quarterfinals after they both lost in the second round last year. Good one-on-one battle here. That eventually is won by Watanabe of Fort Lee, but he does send it out of play, so Mahwah still controls here. It's going to be a throw-in. Headed multiple times by Fort Lee. Long pass ahead for you. Now Talapian trying to control. Talapian stays on his feet. Now knocked down on a slide tackle. No yellow card, but the whistle does go against, I believe that was Chase Hawthorne of Mahwah. So a throw-in for Fort Lee. It'll be Watanabe doing the honors. $15 minutes and change remaining in the second half. Both teams setting up. Watanabe's throw-in. Headed towards net. Settled. And sent out of play. For a moment, it looked like the Bridgemen had it settled on the ground. Unable to get a shot on goal. Looks like it went off of Mahwah, though. So Fort Lee still controls. Now we're going to have a corner kick. Grant Kang. Headed. Somehow it doesn't go in the net. Blanco scores! Off the rebound! Uric Blanco! Right place, right time. And the Fort Lee Bridgemen take a 1-0 lead in Bergen County Tournament, second round. Uric Blanco, his second goal of the year. Certainly his biggest. And the Fort Lee Bridgemen take a 1-0 lead with just 14:48 remaining. They came so close so many times. Couple scrums in front of the net. And Uric Blanco was Johnny on the spot. Got an opportunity and did not miss it. Sending it past Diego Bravo, who's been good in net tonight. Now, all the pressure on Mahwah. Talapian trying to keep it on them. How do the Thunderbirds respond? Ball sent out of play by Fort Lee. Obviously, the clock is in Fort Lee's favor, but really, I wouldn't want to change the way that I'm playing at all if I'm the bridgeman. Keep the pedal to the metal, and obviously, the more Fort Lee controls, the less Mahwah can do. They get the ball just about in the box. Fort Lee controls now. This is sent towards Talapian, but Daly sends it to a teammate, and now Mahwah will slow things down here. Under 14 to play now. This is Mathis Kim with it. Looking for Daly with Nitkin in his face. Daly headed away by Diaz. Now Nicavella heads it, trying to settle it down. That ball stays in play, so we play on. Knocked away by a bridgeman. Talapian trying to control, and a whistle as Talapian bumped a Thunderbird. Mahwah will take over. The Thunderbirds beating Rutherford 2-1 3 days ago in the first round of the Bergen County tournament. They lost in the second round last year. They now trail 1-0. There's 13:19 remaining on the clock. Fort Lee, the 7th-ranked team out of 24 in this tournament. Mahwah, the 10th-ranked team. The winner gets the winner of number 2 Ramapo and number 15 Old Tapan in the quarterfinal. We're going to pick up again momentarily. The infraction was against Mahwah, not the bridgeman, so Fort Lee controls here. Michael Conta with very aggressive play from Hawthorne. Now Mahwah controls here. This is Mathis Kim. Gets it to a teammate. Now it's Daly with it. Sent the other way by Yu, but Mahwah will ultimately control here. Alexander Semersian has checked in for Demba Main. Knocked up in the air by Uric Blanco. First time we've called his name since he scored the tie-breaking goal. Blanco now with 2 goals and 7 total points on the season. Fort Lee trying to hold on to this 1-0 lead they have. Daly is going to try to change that. Gets a running start. Headed in the wrong direction. Now sent away by Fort Lee. Semersian is after it. Headed down by Yu, then headed forward by another bridgeman. Woo Jin Chun trying to control, but Mahwah goes the other way with it. To Justin Daly again. For Northrop, good defense by Nitkin. Diaz was there, and he will send it out of play. Daly going to look to throw in quickly. Threw in too quickly. No extra time, so every second does matter now. There's 11:38 remaining in the second half. Uric Blanco's goal has given the Bridgemen a 1-0 lead. The Bridgemen are looking to win a 6th in a row and advance to the quarterfinal of the Bergen County tournament. Demba Main going to make a sub. Emmanuel Nitkin will come off. Guilherme da Silva will come on. Daly waiting to throw in. And we're back at it. Northrop trying to control and keep it in play, and he cannot. Watanabe to throw in, but first his coach is going to make a sub. Semersian will come out of the match, and he will be replaced looks like by number 9. That call goes against Daly. Grant Kang looking to start quickly. Again, the clock is working in Fort Lee's favor, but if they can double their lead here, that would help them more than any time coming off the clock could, especially with the way their defense and Ilias Alkin have played. Lucian Yu sending it towards net. It's headed away by a Thunderbird. Now Papari trying to get his team started. Stops and starts on Blanco, now sends it ahead. Pass is broken up. Still in play. Broken up again. More good defense for the Bridgemen. Long pass ahead. Does not get to the Bridgemen forward. Now here's Blanco with it. The goal scorer looking for a teammate. Daly pops it in the air for himself and gets it out of harm's way. Lucian Yu boots it in the air. That's going to go out of play, and so it'll be Mahwah ball. Blanco had De Silva, almost beat Daly, but Daly kept himself in the play and prevented De Silva from doubling this lead. Under 10 minutes to play, just barely over 9 minutes to play. 1-0 Fort Lee. Here is Daly controlling, looking for a teammate, but he doesn't get it to him. Blanco sending it ahead. Winds up back with Daly, and with 2 Bridgemen hot on his tail, Daly sends it out of play. Fort Lee ball, under 9 minutes to go. And a stoppage here, as I think we're going to have another substitution. Watanabe will throw in for Fort Lee. Woo Jin Chun will come off for Demba Main. He'll be replaced by Jun Ihara. Watanabe throwing in. Kept in play. Lucian Yu up in the air, looking for a teammate. Diego Bravo, way out of his net. Knocks it down and controls. Gutsy play from Bravo. It worked out for him. Blanco breaks up that opportunity for Mahwah. Blanco again. Mahwah takes it right back. And the Thunderbirds do control here. Long shot. Alkin knocks it away. The crowd loves it as Ilias Alkin keeps Mahwah off the board. A corner kick for the Thunderbirds with 7.5 to go. We're going to have a substitution. Daly coming out. And someone new to handle the corner kick. Mahwah looking to tie this one late. Headed away by Lucian Yu. Fort Lee's leading goal scorer comes up with a big defensive play. Another shot. Bouncing around. Alkin, what a save right in front of the net! A Thunderbird put his hands on his head in disbelief. Ilias Alkin with his best save of the night with under 7 minutes remaining. Now a header ahead for Da Silva. Guilherme Da Silva. Wide left. Bravo dove for it, didn't have to, but he and Alkin certainly not taking any chances at this point. Demba Main pressing buttons now as Nitkin comes back on. He replaces Da Silva. Ihara also sits. Under 6 minutes remaining. Mahwah looking to tie this one up. Mahwah 9-2 on the year. Fort Lee 9-1 on the year. Both teams lost in the second round of the Bergen County tournament last year. The quarterfinals awaits if Fort Lee can hold on to this 1-goal lead for the next 5.5 minutes. This is Mathis Kim with it. Sends a teammate on his way. Papari. Ahead to a teammate. Long pass. Cannot be kept in play by Mahwah. They don't want to waste any time, but Fort Lee is certainly in no rush here as they control with 5 minutes remaining in this one. The clock has stopped with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. The ball will still belong to Fort Lee. They're going to adjust the clock from 4:50 to 5 full minutes. And another substitution made by Demba Main here. He sends Woo Jin Chun out there. Grant Kang will come off. Long pass ahead is headed away by a Thunderbird. Long pass for Northrop, gets by him and goes out of play. Under 4.5 to play now. Fort Lee looking to double their lead. A goal here would be the proverbial nail in the coffin. Nitkin with a pass ahead. Finally going to be settled down by Northrop. Looking for his teammate. Papari gets around Blanco and sends it towards net. Safely lands out of bounds. Under 4 minutes to play as Yu, Alkin, and the Bridgemen control. Headed out of play, I believe, by Soha, but we do have another stoppage. 3:38 remaining. Uric Blanco gets a hand as he is subbed out. Blanco, the Fort Lee goal scorer. The Bridgemen lead this one 1-0. They're looking for more, but that pass is taken away. I believe that was by Mathis Kim. Back to Fort Lee. Grant Kang is back on the pitch after a very brief sub out. Kang and Chun both out there for Demba Main. Neither one of them in play right now. Mathis Kim back to his teammate as we hit 3 minutes to go. Technically, that would be the 37-minute mark of the second half here. Papari looking for a teammate. Centering try. That shot is blocked by a Bridgman. Long pass ahead. And good defense there by Nicholas Moulet, as well as a teammate. Fort Lee has it again now, though. And we get a whistle. It's going to go against Fort Lee. Long pass ahead for Justin Avella. Heads it, looking for a teammate. Mathis Kim controls. Gets it to a teammate. Michael Conte racing into the play. Taking it away. Michael Conte. 3-on-3. Passes it to Lucian Yu. No offsides. Yu gets around his defender. Great try by Lucian Yu. It just barely goes out of play. Under 2 minutes remaining. Lucian Yu remains off the board, but so does Mahwah. Under 100 ticks of the clock left to go. Alkin can't make the play. And Chase Hawthorne ties this one up. 1:22 remaining. The long pass ahead. And Chase Hawthorne gets it by Alkin. Just like Blanco, Chase Hawthorne doubles his goal total on the year. And the Thunderbirds tie this one at 1 with 1:22 remaining. Overtime might be in the cards. How do the Bridgemen respond? They were less than 90 seconds away from the quarterfinal. Now Mahwah has all the momentum. Nitkin with it. Nitkin trying to get past Daly. Loses it. Mahwah sends it out of play. Under a minute remaining here in the second half. Uric Blanco gave Fort Lee a 1-0 lead with 14:48 remaining, and the Bridgemen held that lead for a little over 13 minutes before Chase Hawthorne tied it with 1:22 to go. Now it's Watanabe throwing in for Grant Kang. Fierce battle here. Kang stopped by Daly, who's going the other way with it. Still over 30 seconds left in the second half. Daly gets it ahead to Hawthorne. Mahwah's goal scorer. Long pass ahead. And a shot is recorded, but Alkin is there. Under 20 seconds to go in the second half. Alkin looking for a teammate. Kang gets it to Nitkin. About 10 seconds remaining in the second half. Nitkin. And 40 minutes will not be enough for the second half. 80 minutes for this match will not be enough. Chase Hawthorne ties this thing up at 1 with less than a minute and a half remaining in the second half, and we will need extra time here at the Sugarman Sport Complex. Before we get started with our first overtime, want to take a moment to thank our proud Athletic Booster Club sponsors: the Fort Lee PBA, Cafaso's Fairway Market, The Finest Construction, the Fort Lee Soccer Club, Rusin and Doru Electric, the Bridgman Basketball Camp, the Fort Lee VFW, Visions Federal Credit Union, It's Greek to Me, Connect One Bank, the Bergen Black Sox, Senator Builders, UCS Strength and Speed, the Collective Salon, and the Fort Lee Education Association. Thank you to our proud sponsors. Thank you for tuning in on a Tuesday, chilly Tuesday night. We've seen some chippy action. We've seen some exciting action. With 14:48 remaining in the second half, Yurick Blanco scored his second goal of the year to give the Bridgmen a 1-0 lead. But with just a minute and 22 seconds remaining, Mahwah, no quit in them, and Chase Hawthorne tied this matchup. So we go to overtime here in the second round of the Bergen County Tournament. A trip to the quarterfinals on the line, and a matchup against either number 2 Ramapo or number 15 Old Tapan. This is the number 7 Fort Lee Bridgmen hosting the number 10 Mahwah Thunderbirds. The teams have switched sides of the pitch again. Fort Lee going left to right once more. 10 minutes on the clock, now just under 10 minutes. This is Grant Kang sending it back, and a teammate does keep it in play. Kang gets it back. Obviously, the next goal will end this one. Conte sending it ahead, looking for Fort Lee's leading goal scorer, Lucian Yu. Instead, it's Mahwah's goal scorer, Hawthorne, to Papari. Gets it back from Papari and then loses it. Nice play there by Kento Watanabe. No, I lied. That was number 9 for Fort Lee. Gets it back from Conta. Long pass ahead. Goes over the heads of Talapian and Yu and winds up with Diego Bravo. Mahwah goalkeeper has only allowed 1 goal tonight. Papari sends it past Noah Diaz and past everything. It'll go out of play off of number 10 on Mahwah. Ilias Alkin, multiple fantastic saves tonight, but he did give up the game-tying goal to Chase Hawthorne, his second of the year. Off Conta's foot, right to his goalkeeper. Alkin trying to get it past Hawthorne. And now Hawthorne goes down, and we get a whistle. Papari for Mahwah. Neither team controlling here. Who's going to come away with it? Mahwah. Settled down by Justin Avella. Michael Conte running into the play. Pass back. Now they get it to Conte. Fort Lee's defenseman is knocked down. No call. And Conte cannot believe it. He was dragged down by Nicholas Moulet. It is Fort Lee ball with a little over 7 minutes remaining here in overtime. Long pass ahead for Lucian Yu. Neither he nor De Silva had a real good crack at it, so Yu, with the sharp angle try there, really a terrible angle, and Bravo has it. 3 minutes and change gone by here in overtime at the Sugarman Sport Complex. Fort Lee and Mahwah looking to get to the Bergen County Tournament quarterfinal. Ian Kim with it. Kim loses it at a play. Fort Lee ball. Nice behind the back pass from Talapian, but it winds up with Hawthorne. Now Fort Lee going the other way with it. It's Grant Kang. Gets it to De Silva. De Silva dumps it off. Taken away by Mahwah. Fort Lee trying to maintain control, and they will not. Good defensive play there by Watanabe. Diaz sending Talapian on his way. Ball almost goes over Bravo's head, but he controls. High kick, not very far. And it's going to be Justin Avella battling Michael Conte, and Conte comes away with it. Knocked off his foot, but Kang maintains. Kang keeping it in play, but no teammate to pass it to. Talapian tried to get back in the play, but Diego Bravo handles. We are more than halfway through this 10-minute overtime period. Still tied at 1. That gets past Hawthorne. Woojin Chun trying to control. So is Gordon Cheng. It's Ian Kim spinning, getting a shot off. What a save by Alkin. Ilias Alkin keeping Fort Lee alive. Easily the best chance anyone has had here in overtime. Ian Kim spun to shed his defender right in front of the net. He uncorked a shot that Alkin was able to handle. It'll be a corner kick now for the Thunderbirds. Headed, doesn't make it into the net, and now it does. Mahwah storms the pitch. Chase Hawthorne and the Thunderbirds strike here in Fort Lee. And with 3:58 remaining in overtime, the comeback is complete. Number 10 Mahwah will head to the Bergen County Tournament quarterfinals. They will get the winner of Ramapo and Old Tapan. Fort Lee loses in the second round of the Bergen County Tournament, just like they did last year. Demba Maine's team sees their 5-game winning streak come to an end, and they fall to 9-2 on the season. A heartbreaker at the Sugarman Sport Complex. Again, your final, 2-1 Mahwah in overtime. Want to thank once again our sponsors, everyone who makes these streams possible and makes them as good as they are, including Fort Lee Athletic Director Michael Raftery. Thank you so much for tuning in on a Tuesday night. This was a fun one, but the final is Mahwah 2, Fort Lee 1 in overtime. I'm Tommy Aquilina. Do tune in next time, folks. We will see you next time on the Fort Lee Bridgman Athletics YouTube channel. Have a good night, everybody.